Unlocking trust, the psychological hack for better relationships. Okay, is there really a psychological strategy to help someone like and trust you more? Actually, yes. There's an advanced method that can work with almost anyone. But before you start using any specific gestures like the famous Mr. Burns finger flutter, make sure to only apply this technique in situations where everyone benefits. If you have dishonest intentions, it might come off as fake and untrustworthy, which is the exact opposite of what you want. Whether you're looking to build a deeper bond with a woman, improve relationships with your family, create better teamwork with your boss, or boost sales with customers, you'll find this, like me, psychological trick valuable. This insight comes from John, a former relationship coach who now works as a corporate consultant and prefers to stay anonymous. If you're new to my channel, I'm Anna Jensen, and I help men understand modern women so they can attract and maintain meaningful connections. Welcome to Just the Tip. So, what makes a strong relationship? In short, communication. The first rule of communication is to listen to learn. If you want to jump straight to the technique, skip to the timestamp mentioned, but you'll miss some essential context. I applaud your curiosity for wanting to understand others better. The more you learn about women, or anyone, really, the easier it becomes to build trust and connection. However, communication isn't just about speaking and listening. In fact, most of what we convey comes from body language, tone of voice, and even our energy levels. Words still matter, though. In a previous video, I discussed 10 body language secrets to show someone is attracted to you, focusing on techniques like mirroring. I'll include a link to that video at the end of this one. Today, we'll dive into the actual words we use and why understanding others and feeling understood is crucial. Think about it. If we speak different languages, communication becomes difficult. I could listen all day, but if the words don't resonate with you, we'd face a breakdown. In business, effective communication works the same way. If you don't grasp your boss's values or communication style, you might constantly miss the mark. Similarly, if you don't understand your customers' priorities or how they prefer to receive information, even the best product features or services won't matter. That's why it's vital to speak in a way that makes someone feel truly heard, validated, and understood, just as you'd want to be. By truly understanding others, you can hear their perspective, see things from their viewpoint, and empathize with their experiences. This deeper connection allows you to present your ideas, products, or even yourself as the life-changing solution they're seeking. For those looking for love, that solution is you. Some of you might know I previously worked as a real estate agent. Yes, I was a realtor. And while that's a different story, it taught me the importance of reading people and adapting to their needs. Sales professionals understand that people prefer to do business with individuals they know, like, and trust. In other words, you cannot effectively sell to someone, such as Jane Jones, until you can view the world from her perspective. If you are seeking a romantic partner, Jane Jones represents the ideal companion for you, and she is likely to respond favorably to someone who truly comprehends her feelings and needs. The more empathy you exhibit, the more she instinctively places her trust in you. This principle applies universally across all types of relationships, whether they are business-related, familial, friendships, or romantic in nature. When it comes to romantic relationships, a woman's sense of safety is paramount. If she trusts you, does she feel more secure or less secure in your presence? The answer is clear. She feels more secure. A woman's primary need is to feel safe, both physically and emotionally. In fact, this need for safety is fundamental for everyone. It is essential for individuals to feel secure in order to lower their defenses and open up to others. You might be thinking, of course, we want to build relationships with people we know, like, and trust. Here's an interesting insight. We tend to like and trust those who share similarities with us. In romantic relationships, you will forge deeper connections if you understand your partner's values and their unique way of expressing love, which we will discuss shortly. This concept makes sense because individuals who are similar to us likely hold comparable beliefs and values. Consequently, we subconsciously believe we can rely on them to make choices that align with our own, and we expect them to understand, accept, and support our decisions. Our brains are wired to protect us from potential danger and emotional pain, leading us to perceive those who resemble us as less risky companions, even if that assumption is not always accurate. What feels familiar often brings comfort. The key to establishing a connection lies in finding ways to align our mental frameworks with those of others while remaining true to ourselves. Pretending to be someone you are not serves no one well. So, how can you adjust your mental framework to resonate with hers? The answer lies in a technique called matching communication. Don't worry, this isn't as complicated as it sounds. Let me clarify. The language we use typically corresponds to our five senses, helping us convey our ideas, dreams, and experiences. Here's a helpful tip for understanding how people perceive the world through their primary senses. 1. Visual. This involves seeing images or pictures, like a stunning woman in a red dress. 2. Auditory. This relates to sounds, such as your favorite music playlist or her delightful laughter. 3. Kinesthetic. This encompasses touch and physical sensations, like the warmth of a hug or the way your heart races when that attractive woman smiles at you. 4. Olfactory. This pertains to smell, such as the captivating fragrance of her perfume. 5. Gustatory. This involves taste, like the first sip of your favorite brew or the delightful flavor of her cherry-flavored lip balm. The five senses map is simply a sophisticated way of understanding how someone experiences life through their senses. To apply this, think about your own senses and pay attention to the words she uses. Now, some of you might be thinking or saying, "This sounds like too much effort, Anna. Why should I even bother?" The reason is simple. You will achieve more of what you desire from anyone, not just women, if you understand their primary sensory mode and use language that resonates with them. Why is this effective? Because people tend to like and trust those who are similar to them. So, don't feel discouraged or criticize yourself if this doesn't come naturally to you. We aren't born with this knowledge, and unfortunately, it's not something that is taught in schools. However, like any new skill, if you practice observing how those around you express themselves, you will begin to notice patterns and improve your ability to connect with others. Most of us tend to express ourselves mainly through words that relate to one of our primary senses. While this might sound a bit confusing at first, stay with me, especially if you're just exploring these ideas casually. You don't have to change your communication style if you prefer not to. However, if you're involved in public relations, marketing, life coaching, or building relationships, understanding which sense a person primarily uses can help you customize your approach for better connection. This is considered advanced knowledge, even for experienced communicators, but gaining this skill can make your interactions much smoother and more effective. If you enjoy gaming, think of it as a game. Do you know what your own main sense is? If you do, share it in the comments. Research shows that approximately 60 to 65% of people are visual communicators. They tend to think in images, colors, and visual cues. Visual language allows them to connect more deeply with messages. For example, when speaking to a visual person, you might say, "You really light up the room," or "I can picture us together and our future looks bright." These kinds of phrases resonate with their way of thinking. Next, around 20 to 25% of people are auditory communicators. They process information by sound and often think out loud. Sound is crucial for them. They need to hear and be heard to feel connected. If you're speaking with an auditory person, phrases like, "That sounds like a great plan," "I like the sound of that," or "Your voice makes me feel calm," will make a strong impression. A smaller group, about 15 to 20%, are kinesthetic communicators. These individuals prefer to feel experiences physically. They are often touch-oriented, such as huggers. For them, feeling language is more meaningful. To connect, you might say, "You have such a warm vibe," or "I feel really connected to you," or "This relationship feels right." These expressions help kinesthetic individuals feel understood and connected. Then, Roughly 1 to 3% of people are olfactory and gustatory communicators, meaning they relate to scent and taste. If someone is an olfactory communicator, they respond best to comments like, "Something about this place smells off," or "Your perfume is amazing." For gustatory communicators, phrases like, "I need to digest what you just said," or "You're the sweetest part of my day," or "Let's spice things up," work well. Think of these as engaging their senses of smell and taste. There are also rare individuals whose primary sense is related to energy and intuition. They respond best when you say things like, "You have such positive energy," "You radiate a great vibe," or "Our connection feels so tangible." Most people operate with a primary and secondary sensory mode of communication. Whether you're single or prefer to remain so, paying attention to your own body's cues and recognizing your clients' or customers' preferred sensory languages can be very beneficial. Matching your communication style to their primary sense can help you achieve quicker promotions or increase sales when introducing a product, service, or idea. I understand this might seem like a lot of new information, and it can feel a bit overwhelming. Just remember, learning to communicate effectively, even a little at a time, can significantly improve your relationships and outcomes. Understanding and incorporating someone's preferred sensory language, whether they're more visual, auditory, or kinesthetic, can create a deeper sense of connection in your interactions. However, even if you don't use these techniques, building a meaningful relationship is absolutely possible. Think of sensory alignment as just one of many tools in your relational toolkit, designed to enhance communication rather than replace genuine effort. A heartfelt thanks to John for sparking the idea behind this video. If you're interested in learning how to use the mirroring technique effectively without seeming insincere or over the top, be sure to watch our upcoming video on body language secrets that reveal whether someone is genuinely attracted to you. These strategies, when used thoughtfully, can help others feel more comfortable, intrigued, and trusting of you. Remember, the goal is always to build rapport responsibly and authentically. Now go out there, stay curious, and keep learning. Sending you lots of positive energy and well wishes. God bless, and yes, you've got this.